Everybody, I should be packing, but of course I'm not because I have to do everything at the last possible minute. Sorry, I was just blowing some dust off my camera here. Now, I had made a video earlier, but I didn't upload it because I didn't like it, so I'm going to redo that one. But I did want to get some content out this week. Just wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I'll try to make one more video before the end of the year. But I wanted to talk about authors behaving badly. It never ceases to amaze me when somebody behaves like this because it is so unnecessary. And way to blow up your own career before it even starts. Yes, I want to talk about Cait Corrain. Okay, so if you haven't been following along, because, not everybody follows author circles. I'm barely even at the very fringe of it. I'm just here for the tea. Cait had been signed to Del Rey Books, and her, I have notes here. That's why I keep looking over that way. She'd been signed to Del Rey Books, and her debut, Crown of Starlight, was due to come out in the first quarter of 2024. Now, apparently, over the last 9 or 10 months, she had been, or somebody had been, going to Goodreads, creating a bunch of sock puppet accounts, and leaving 1-star reviews on books by authors coming out on the same imprint, with similar themes, coming out around the same time from the same publisher. I mean, how do you throw your colleagues under the bus like that? That's question number one. And then, the same accounts giving 5-star reviews to Cait's book, which looks really suspicious. I mean, at least have the good sense to mix it up a little, like, if you're going to do that. And what was really suspicious was the books weren't even out yet, and ARC copies hadn't even shipped yet. And yet somebody is giving them 1-star reviews and writing mean things about the books, like, oh, well, this publisher spent so much money on this, they could have spent it better. So this went on for a while, and finally, and there was no word from the author, no word from the publisher, until finally author Ziran J. Zhao, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, released a document, a 31-page Google document, lining up the conversations and so on. Oh, and these sock puppets had little conversations with each other and liked each other's posts. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to do this, but it requires an awful lot of coordination to have your sock puppet accounts talk to each other. Dwayne Parsons, that's the name. Oh, sorry, I'll get back to that in a minute. So then, when called out on it, Cait Corrain tried to blame it on an overzealous friend. Now, apparently, this is an angle that I hadn't read before. Cait was a member of the Reylo fanfiction community. Reylo being shippers of Rey and Kylo Ren from Star Wars. Now, I only saw the one movie, so I'm not sure. Like, I thought they were supposed to be related. They were like cousins or something. Like, because Kylo is Darth Vader's son, and Rey is, or maybe she's not. I thought she was another Skywalker, but maybe not. I don't even know. Anyway, yeah. But isn't the twist that she's like related to Palpatine or something? I don't know. And that brings like some kind of weird incest thing into it, if I'm not mistaking these people, who these characters are. You can tell I haven't seen the last trilogy. Anyway, but I thought they were supposed to be cousins or something. But that just makes it weird. Make the fanfics weird, but then that wouldn't be the first thing. Okay, so anyway, Lily is supposedly an overzealous member of the Raylo fanfic community that Cait was part of, and a hangers-on. And Cait released a dialogue between Cait and Lily where she calls out Lily for doing this. Lily becomes very apologetic, and then there's a villain twist at the end of it that Lily's really not sorry. But it turns out Lily is also another fake account. And a lot of the comments that I've seen are, if this is an indication of her ability to write dialogue, man, I'm never reading that book anyway. Okay, so eventually there was another little mild scandal with another author named Bethany Baptiste, and it finally came out that it was Cait Corrain who was doing this, and she released a fake apology trying to blame the fact that she had some kind of, psychological meltdown based on, or psychological meltdown because she's been suffering from mental health issues and depression and substance abuse, and she's been trying to get the right medication, and this caused a breakdown. And I seem to think Roseanne trying to make the same excuses, but medications don't make you racist. And I haven't mentioned the racist angle before, but all of the books that she targeted were books by authors of color. Those authors were Camila Cole, I'm just going to list them here because they seem to be kind of listed all over the place, but I haven't been able to get a, full list. But Camila Cole, So Let Them Burn, Bethany Baptiste, The Poisons We Drink. I'm trying to read my own handwriting, sorry. Frances White, Voyage of the Damned, K.M. Enright, Mistress of Lies, and then a black indie and I believe trans author named R.M. Virtue, who has nothing to do with the publisher at all. Cait just doesn't like that right author, apparently, and wants to bring them down. Like, what the hell? So then she tried to put out this fake apology, and finally her publisher pulled the release. Her agent cut ties with her. She had a deal, some kind of deal with a box set. They pulled it. I don't know if it was British or European, some other affiliate of Del Rey Books pulled it. I mean, how do you douse yourself in kerosene and set yourself on fire so badly because you're suffering anxiety about how your own book's going to do? I mean, like, way to shoot your own self in the face. What kind of idiot do you have to be? And also, just what's bizarre about this is such a product of the internet. I mean, only on the internet could you do something like this. You can't write 10 articles for the New York Times book review under different names and somehow have them published and make an effect on anybody. It's bizarrely fascinating that somebody also in the middle of a psychological breakdown, somebody else pointed out, has the wherewithal and the coordination to do all this, but who knows what somebody can do during an episode. I don't know myself. Anytime I've had mental breakdowns, I mostly just, in a little corner crying and don't want to do anything at all. So, and at first she did have her defenders, but after a while, people started to figure out that this was a really, 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 really stupid thing to do. And again, well, I mean, she didn't kill her spouse or pull a Norman Mailer and stab somebody and, get away with 3 years of probation, and nobody blinked twice, and he still went on to be one of the more famous authors, right? Oh, but this did remind me, I'm going back many, many years. There used to be this author. He was gross. He was a pedo. He was nasty. He liked to target people in the horror community. And he would he would make sock puppet accounts and talk to his own accounts and do all these commentaries But the people that he was targeting, he would go to their Facebook friends and make friends with all their Facebook friends with their sock puppet accounts. So there was a group of horror authors who kind of had to spend a lot of time figuring out who these sock puppet accounts and saying, you know, block this person, don't be involved with this person. And I remember finding one of his book covers on Create, was it Create Space, where you could, yeah, you could like self-publish your books. And it was a young man, twink guy, naked with a giant dong. And I remember having to write to the people at Create Space and say, I don't think this is allowed. And I get an email back. I'm like, yeah, no, we don't allow that. Thank you for letting us know. Just so, but this reminds me of Dwayne, the old Dwayne Parsons days. It took me weeks to remember that guy's name. But yeah, like, of course, I mean, obviously, Cait Corrain isn't the same kind of person as that person is, but it just, all the sock puppets and the commenting and liking each other's, like, who does that? That's the other thing that just is so bizarre to me, to create all these accounts and then have the accounts interact with each other and then say, oh no, it's that person over there, when that person's a person you created. Like, so weird. So anyway, there's information about it on the Mary Sue, and I just watched a video, and now I can't remember the creator that I watched. I was going to credit him with some of the information that I'm looking at here, and of course I didn't write it down on the same page. I'm so sorry. But anyway, if you just type in Cait Corrain, Cait Corrain, no, Corrainn. I'm not sure if there's 2 R's or 2 N's or what. There's more information out there. Authors behaving badly. You know, one last thing. It's bizarre enough that somebody does that to their colleagues and blows themselves up in the process. But I don't understand a world where people just don't support each other, especially authors. I mean, if we don't support each other, the world isn't going to support us. You know, we make no money as it is. We don't get very much attention to our books as it is. Maybe this person thought negative attention was better than no attention. I don't know. But don't do that. You know what? Build up books, support your friends who are writing books. And that's all I got to say about it. Go on and check out some more of the information about Cait Corrain and the absolute disaster that she's created for herself. Hope you're reading lots of horror. Have a great day.